This is going to be a video about Medjugorje different than most of the others you see, because I'm going to ask you to test every single thing you see, hear and read about coming from Medjugorje. All the claims, the miracles, the conversions, all the so-called predictions and prophecies coming from there. I've yet to see any of that actually come to fruition or happen, and yet people believe it in their droves. We've not seen any genuine predictions. We've not seen any prophecies. All we've seen is generalities being said that most people today can see for themselves and know about anyway. It doesn't need anyone from heaven to say that to us. Nor do we have anybody from heaven come down and tell us that they have plans for the world. Because the only person who has plans for the world is God, not Our Lady, not the saints, not the angels, no one. Only God has plans for the world. He created it, He will end it. And He is the one that knows everything that will happen in between those two times. If He wants work done by people to share His words, to share His warnings or whatever else it is, He doesn't work in that way. He doesn't say, I will only tell you these words to share with the world if you all come at a set time every day. If people don't turn up and they don't do it, I won't come and I won't tell you what it is. That's what the devil does. God doesn't do that. And I know He doesn't, because I do have visions and words. I have for many years, but I do it quietly. I've unfortunately had to put some in books because they want their word shown and God's warnings told about. But the difference in the ones I'm given from heaven and the ones of Medjugorje are mine are specific. They're not generalities. They're very specific. They even name places and what's going to happen in those places. They talk about many things, and most of those things, so much of it already has been proven to happen exactly as we were forewarned. And we weren't forewarned in a general way. Once it was seen in the papers or the news or known and seen to be happening in the world, it was told before it was seen to be happening. And in exactly the way they told us it would start and continue and end up. And it's happened very specifically. I have files galore on so much that can be checked and verified. But the reason no priests or religious are interested, and no lay people really are, except for a handful whose eyes are open to Satan's deceptions, is because I don't come with drama attached. I don't claim miracles. I don't claim thousands and millions of conversions. I don't claim Mary comes to me every day at a set time and that you all have to come and be there to witness it or else. Look at the end results. Not one of you, and not one of the visionaries, and not one of the priests going there or the nuns is questioning or testing the spirits. They're just all believing blindly. Well, I'm telling you to test those spirits and then see what the results are. Everything God does ends in good. Everything Satan does has an end result of bad. He can mask miracles and copy them. He can sit and pretend to do all sorts. He can tell you to pray. He can take on the image of anybody he wants to take on apart from God. He can come as anything you want him to be. And that's why so many are easily led and deceived today, because they're all too willing to believe without testing. But let's look at the end results so far of Medjugorje. It is claimed there have been predictions and prophecies. Well, none have been proven and none have seemed to be happening except for the generalities that everybody else has been saying anyway. The biggest claim has been about the conversions that have been seen. So if that was truly of God, and these conversions of 40 years, don't forget, 40 years almost of conversions in their millions, where are the filled churches? Where is the growth in faith and people wanting to go to church and come back to God? Why instead are churches emptying? Why are they being sold off and closing? Why are there so few numbers now sitting in churches? Why are there so few vocations of priests and religious? Why are they at an all-time low? Because if God had been working, or Our Lady through him, at his request to come and share words and thoughts with the world, how come in 40 years we've seen a decline rather than a growth, if all these conversions were true? It's because people are swept up with the fanaticism of drama and intrigue when they get there. And when they leave again, it leaves them. They're caught up in the deception. They're caught up in everything that's happening. But when they leave, where are the fruits? There are none. Think about it. Ask if any of the visionaries have tested the spirits. Have we been told by them that we should? Where are the fruits of almost 40 years of Our Lady's work? I can't see any.